Clouds are super cool. Thanks for sticking around with us this early morning on AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jordan Steele.
And I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. Winter decided it was not done quite yet, but today is finally, I think, the final bow, if you will, of Old Man Winter before it exits stage left. It looks very much like November, December, January, February, even March radar, much more than April. We see these really fast-moving snow showers, lake-enhanced, some lake effect that we are watching out here. We still have our low pressure way up here. We're still getting some snow, actually, in parts of Maine. It's still coming down. Now, most of these, if there is any decent snowfall rates, could put some new snow on the grass. I don't think it'll fall on the roadways. Temperatures this morning are either at or just below freezing, but they'll be coming up. You know, once we get that sun, really quickly, that'll make it hard to accumulate on the roadways. But real quick moving snow showers with reduced visibility could be a travel hazard. This is the kind of day, I mean, in the middle of winter, I think we would see snow squall warnings out of, because you get, you know, these quick bursts of snow and they change real quickly, right? You're in the sun one moment, the next minute it's cloudy and snowing. That's the kind of, at least first half of the day, we're going to have here. And you can see by about 10 o'clock, things are starting to wind down. And certainly by the time we get to lunchtime, you know, everything's pulling out. Just Maine, northern Maine is really all that's left with it. And then maybe we can get back to April as regularly scheduled, right? Today, not much in the way of accumulation. You got to go up way high to get even an inch or two. But Jordan, just the fact that it's still snowing and it's April. And did you start the season in Asheville with snow, waiting for snow?
Of leading summit on climate change here on this Earth Day, virtually with 40 world leaders to reiterate the need for strong climate action. His national advisor on climate and chair of the Climate Task Force is Gina McCarthy.
And Dr. Rick Knapp recently sat down with her. We brought you part one of their conversation yesterday. Today we hear from her about how these plans would affect our daily lives.
May just not have the sheer, which is fine.
But we're also going to have a lot of rain because, you know, and you showed a couple of rounds coming through. And so we've got some rain. Luckily, it's not going to be exactly where we just had the biggest rain here to kick off the month across parts of the lower Mississippi Valley. But, you know, we take a look at the forecast here. A lot of dark green indicating 2 to 3 inches, the yellow indicating 3 to 5 inches. That's the Euro model. This is the GFS. Slightly different in exact placement, but both showing a corridor of that heavy rainfall pretty much right along I-20 in either side of it. So to start, we watch this rain move east. Showers, thunderstorms, possible severe weather, as Jim talked about, but also flooding rain chances from Louisiana into Mississippi. There is that chance going all the way up into Missouri, actually. And then watching as we get from your Friday night into Saturday and then Sunday morning, we're going to shift it all east. So Atlanta, Athens, Augusta, Macon, all in that zone for possible flash flooding with the kind of rain that's coming in. And I know it's dry here. You've been, you know, planting and you've been having to water because of it, but we are going to see some big rain coming your way. So Saturday is the rainy day for you in Atlanta. The ground is dry across parts of Alabama into Georgia, but, you know, it's not. It's, in fact, the very opposite across South Louisiana, where we just have had, you know, a foot plus of rainfall to kick off the month of April. So that's the area I think that first is in line for that potential flash flooding if we do get the heavy rain there. Now, watching the upper Midwest, the Ohio Valley, the Northeast, it has been dry here. I know you just got a little moisture yesterday, but not enough to really soak the ground. So we bring in rain. If it's heavy at times, we'll have to watch for any isolated issues. I think overall we just need the rain so badly that heavy rainfall should not be a problem here into your Saturday and Sunday. Steph.
Speaking of rain,
they talk about the message of climate, Jen, because as you know, meteorologists, we struggle sometimes with the message. Right. What is the takeaway that we want viewers to have, you know, from our message about their weather?
And just making, you know, the ability to affect climate in the future accessible to everyone. Well, President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris kicking off the Leader Summit on climate just a little over an hour ago.
The president laying out some of the initiatives, including cutting U.S. emissions in half by 2030.